Welcome back. So, today I'm going to be talking about basically rebranding yourself slash getting ready for 2026 as the year of 2025 ends. To start off, I have to say that the year 2025 was definitely life changing for a lot of us. There's a lot of new experiences, and sometimes you had to let go of some relationships. New relationships came in. I just gotta say, 2026 is gonna be the year that definitely changes you again for the better. I would say to start off with before the year ends and you close the chapter for 2025, you have to review what has happened in the year 2025 for you. Kind of brain dump anything that has happened. Small things, big things, anything that you can remember that definitely had an impact on you or you think you didn't have an impact. For me, some things that happened was like having crushes, just like classes, stressful classes, as well as like class registrations, getting back into origami, dancing, mo dancing for the first time, going to the movies, watching the Avatar, starting my TikTok account, and then just like posting way more often. Going to Thailand and Laos was definitely life changing. Getting new jobs, quitting jobs, finding a micro internship, stuff like that was definitely like really crazy for me at least because I would never expect myself to have done any of this. So I say that was like something, those things were definitely crazy. And after you brain dump everything that you've kind of already like that has happened already, reflect on some of the things that have happened. Really think about like, oh, I was able to do this because I did that. Or like I never expected me to do this because I didn't. I wasn't expecting that thing to come out of my life because I did nothing for it. So for me, for reflection wise, I think about like my accomplishments. So what have I accomplished? For me, it could be like big or small. So for me, it was like finishing my first year of college, or not first year, first semester, but technically first year of college. And low-key was kind of crazy because I didn't have a lot of finals in person, but just even my one in-person one was definitely really crazy. Um, let's see. Organizing a dinner with my student organization, Haziak. That was really crazy and chaotic because I've never actually like held a formal event before, and that was definitely like one of the craziest experiences, as well as like helping with the catering and then helping with the dances, helping with cleanup, and then like doing the after party too was all of it was new experience and just doing it alone without like my siblings was even crazier because like doing it with friends is okay, but like none of us knew what to expect because we've never done it before. Nothing was learning Chinese. Like I added the class like not like last minute, but probably like a week or two before class started and I like before we started the semester and I was just like, you know what, let me take Chinese because why not? And taking Mandarin has definitely like changed me because it made me find ways to study harder and faster and how to like memorize some characters and stuff like that. Like, girl, learning a new language definitely opened my mind to a lot of new things. And it even pushed me to like go meet my teacher assistant that we have on campus and like I never usually go to like professor hours or anything like that even if like I'm really struggling unless if I'm really struggling, but I almost never go and I like went almost like every week to go meet up with her because I was just like, well, you know what, just to talk to get the feel of all this. Like she's also like also a student ish, she's closer in age than us, than like the professors, so you could really just like kind of talk more comfortably than with like a more adult. Working out almost like consistently as well. Like I was proud of myself for being able to go to the gym in the morning at 7:30 every single day to go work out and like also beating gym anxiety. Because I mean, yes, I still have some, but um, the fact that there's a guy that came up to me and asked me if he could work in with me, and I was like, oh, like yes, you can. But I was just like, bro, like I was alone, and like I'm just a small Asian girl, like trying to work in. Like it was kind of awkward because I don't think I had any earbuds in either, so I was just like kind of doing my thing, and he would be working in with me, and I was like, okay, like that was the first time, and I was like, okay, I'm proud of myself for being able to talk to somebody through that and also working out with him, I guess. Okay. And then some things that I learned within the 2025 was like obviously new languages. I did study more Thai, but then I think I focused more on my Mandarin in the second half and Thai in the first half. And then for me, also just like so like in this year, I started off really strong, lost my spark midway, but then like I picked myself back up again. So I definitely like learned more about myself and what I like, especially with that trip to Thailand and Laos. I definitely my eyes have opened up to like the experiences that have happened, and it just made me grow to like want to travel. Like now I just want to be out and now I don't want to be home. But then like this entire year I've been just not trying to be home so much. I guess I need that time to like re-energize myself and relax. But I've been really wanting to go out and explore, and I like never want to be home because I feel like you're missing out on the world outside if you're just constantly at home because yes, you can be at home and resting and like still find things out, but I want to go and be doing it in person rather than via online. Um, so I also got to like be a little bit more emotionally intelligent too, because I would say like if you look back at me when I was in high school versus right now, I've definitely grown a lot within like being emotionally intelligent. Yes, because I'm not 100% empath at all. Like I'm not really emotionally in touch with my emotions. I'm more intuition than feelings, so I don't really like understand a lot of like other people's feelings like that. But being with my friends who are more empath and more empathy and more feelings, I've definitely learned to understand like more feelings, especially because they use really big words too. So I would say like just me surrounding myself with them more and like understanding where they come from and like not being afraid to ask them like, bro, what does this mean? Because I don't know. And I'm grateful that they're there to like help explain some new things in terms to me. Um, some hobbies and stuff that I've um was happy to accomplish and learn and just keep in check with myself is being able to like wake up early every single day, even when like I didn't want to. Yes, I have to go to school, but remind you, like my school didn't start until like 10 a.m. But I was getting up at 7 and going to school at 7, which I find is like really hard for a lot of people. Not saying you should always do it, but like I was happy that I was able to like keep it consistent, always wake up at that time and leave at that time. And then also like setting time aside to study within all my like busy schedules, especially because I think in the month of like November and October, I was like really, really busy and I had dance practice for the dinner that I was hosting, that my club was hosting, and it was just really stressful. And I was like, oh my gosh, and there's midterms, I don't know what to do, but I still had fun with it all. And I also like my grades didn't fall back that hard when I was doing all that because I was able to set off time aside for that. And I think I even worked ahead so that I would have time to have fun. Also like keeping my Sundays as a rest day because like I said, you need that one day to be at home, to rest, to reset, so that you have the energy for the rest of the week. Or like you can re-energize yourself. Sometimes like yes, I would go hang out with my friends on that Sunday, but to be honest, it overall was just more of like I needed a calm day. I did not need no fast paced day. Some other things is Okay, actually, I don't know what else I was gonna say, but um, kind of to like end that off was just like after you kind of reflected on all of this and just kind of understood how your 2025 was. Now I'd say like kind of know like what you've done. So now you got to see what can you do more? Like what else do you want to do personally? Like what have you been seeing on your TikToks or on your For You page or in real life that you want to try, you want to do? Like pick that up and go do it. Go put that on your vision board and then make sure it happens or at least you're building your way up to it. And then I would also say if you're like a schedule type person, yes, you can go ahead and make your schedule, but be lenient to know that you're not going to always follow it by the book. Because for me, I also like made a schedule for my winter break and for when I go back to school during the spring, but I 100% believe it's definitely going to change a lot once I actually get into it because you never know how it's truly going to be and how much work something is going to be until you go ahead and do it. So, that's kind of what I put in for this first half of just reflections of 2025 and brain dump of 2025 so that you can get ready and find your values and things you want to do for the year of 2026. Vision board making, what I'm kind of putting into my vision board, as well as some goals that I have and some advice and tips for you that I definitely use over the year. So for me, I usually start off my vision board with a word, and I'll also put in like a little photo of my vision board from last year, so you guys can kind of see it. I won't have one for this year yet because I don't have time yet to make it. So I'm kind of just showing you guys and talking through what I kind of am doing this year, slash like what's kind of going to be in my vision board. But I usually pick a word. So for me, my word this year is going to be ambition because I want to be more ambitious towards everything that I do. So I have a lot of things I want to do this year. So I put this as my word because I feel like this one is really calling to me this year, but it might change. Everything is all up for change right now just because the year isn't over yet. So I still have like a lot of time to change it if I want to. And then we have like the like set one, two, three, four, five, six, seven pillars of like categories that you should be kind of making that I believe that should be on your vision board just because then you like touch everything unless if you want to be more focused on something. But for me, I usually try to hit everything and put it on there. So for the first one, it's the first category is going to be physical. So for me, I put the gym again, like lifting more, and then also just eating healthier and sleeping more and like trying to cook more and get more protein in. Because I think my goal this year is not just only to go work out, but also do a little more cardio too, and also like get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. For the next category, it's going to be your mental health, which I want to journal more just because I feel like you definitely learn more about yourself and you don't have to go constantly talk to someone else because I think I was personally using that a lot this past year. So I think journaling will help me understand myself better before I go ask somebody else. And in case you doubt yourself, I feel like that's gonna be something that you come back to because you can reread it and you won't forget what you've said. I also want to read some more. That's why I have some books there. And I don't know which type of books I'm going to read yet, but they're going to be nonfiction. I feel like I might have like one fiction book, but who knows. And I also got into like Substack recently, so I think I'm gonna start listening to those too on like my drives to school because they're short and it's just something that like I listen to, which is like versus a podcast, which I say they're pretty much the same. Another thing is I also want to meditate, which is why I have this person sitting down. In my religions class, we talked about meditation a lot. So it was definitely something that like put me onto a new path of like maybe this can also help me clear my mind because maybe I just need to sit in silence for like 10 minutes every day. and not think about anything and just like I'm not hoping for any outcome. The next pillar is going to be environment. So for me, I also want to like clean my room. Um, I don't have a bed frame, but I'm thinking about getting a bed frame and maybe like putting some stuff under my bed so that I can have more space in my room. And also just like kind of maybe rearranging my room so that, new year, new me, the new room as well, and different environmental space and not cluttered as well. I also want to spend 10 minutes outside, which is why I have this rainy photo, even when it's like raining, when it's dark out. Well, not like too dark, but just when it's raining, I'm still outside getting my 10 minutes outside because you need that fresh air. And I feel like I want to do this, but I also like, even though my campus is outside, like I'm walking around or whatever, not, I think I want to do like 10 minutes on top of that, besides just like going to school. I also, for my room, I also want to get a plant because I feel like you then like you can take care of yourself if you take care of a plant because that's like if your plant dies then you've died internally, like you've failed yourself. So I think I want to get that, and I also have seen like a lot of benefits for having plants in your room, and it's just gonna make my room look more lively. So that's why I want to get a plant as well. The next category is going to be your financials. So for me, I just put this little thing that literally is just aesthetically pleasing and it's just numbers and whatever not. I did want to do like a little envelope for every month you put in money, but I'm not a server or anything like that, so I don't really get tips that much. So I think I might try to do that, but most of my money I just do direct deposit. So I'm probably just gonna um figure out my budgeting there. With the financials, I also do want to get into investing a little more. So I do have a book on investing, so I might read that and also do some other learning from investing as well as on campus. I might go to like the investing club that we have and maybe try to join that. The next pillar or slash category is socials. I feel like I really do hang out with my friends a lot, so I do still want to hang out with them, but I also want to put boundaries to not be around them every single day, all the time. I think I should have some alone time, which I believe this upcoming year I will set boundaries for myself to not constantly be the person who always is out and the person who's always saying yes. I also want to have this photo in black and white where two women are talking to each other but far apart because I want to like get out of my comfort zone because I'm very introverted. So I also want to like talk to a stranger and be like, hey, like, how's your day? How's this class? Or how are you doing? Or I love your outfit. Just a simple thing. Okay. The next one is gonna be spiritual. So I'm not like 100% spiritual like that, but I still do believe in something. 'Cause I feel like everyone should believe in something, and most people are like, oh, I believe in myself, or I believe in science, or I believe in God, I believe in these other gods, I believe in this Buddha. For me, I am a Christian, so I do actually want to kind of go back into my roots and do start praying because no matter how much I say that I'm not really Christian or I don't really believe in it 100%, you still be catching me saying like, please God help me now, like with this and blah 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 blah. So I do believe in God a little bit, and I just believe like you should have something to believe in. So I do want to hit my prayers a little bit more because I haven't prayed in a hot minute as well. Okay, the last one is going to be recreational. So for me, I think this one was like one of my biggest areas because for me, I feel like I don't have enough hobbies. It just makes me feel like somebody else has so many hobbies or like they have a hobby that's not working out and that's not like vlogging and stuff. So for me, I did say editing and like my vlogging still, but I want to get into photography a little more. I don't know if I'm gonna buy a camera yet, but hopefully I can maybe whenever I have the money to. But for now, I think I'm gonna go off of my phone for a little bit. And then I've been getting like a lot of like puzzle TikToks recently. So I've been wanting to get into puzzles recently and then also like gluing them together and then like framing them because I feel like that'd be like pretty as well. And then I also want to get into piano because I have a keyboard in my room, but I don't know how to like play piano. I only know how to play like one song and then like a couple other songs, but like not even the full part, just like 10 seconds of it. So I want to get back into that. I also took Mandarin for the first time this past semester, so I really liked it. I would say it's definitely hard, so I do want to stress on this just because I don't know why, but for me, I want to go intern in maybe like Hong Kong, if not Taiwan, just kind of anywhere that has like this language because I feel like I don't know why, but it's just calling to me, and if it's calling to me, then I want to go do it. So that's why I put this on here to also kind of study this as well. And I've also started, or this past year, I started learning Thai, but I stopped learning it after after I came back from Thailand. So I want to get back into that a little bit more. And I am a dancer, but I feel like I haven't had time to dance or to even learn anything. So even if it's just dance or learning them TikTok dances or them K-pop dances, I want to get back into that. And maybe I'll post some on like my TikTok, but we'll see if I ever have time to learn it. That's something I want to get back into. I also want to say like I think with the meditation, yoga comes in there, and yoga meets like meditation and working out. So I think I want to get into yoga because we do have a couple yoga classes at my college. So I think I might try and go to one of them this upcoming semester. And then I also have been really loving origami recently. Um, I think last or like 2 years ago, I made a lot of like paper stars, and then last year I did paper hearts, and then this upcoming year or semester, I've been into the paper crane eggs from Love Untangled. So I really wanted to like that has made me really love origami. So I've been doing that. And then I also want to try to make like 1,000 paper cranes because you get a wish at the end or like supposedly, but I just want to make that and then maybe do paper hearts and butterflies as well. But yeah, that's basically all the photos that I have for my vision board. I don't really know what else I'm gonna put into it. I think this is like kind of like my basics right now. I'm either gonna put this into Canvas or try to make it physically so I can print it out or have it here whenever I walk around because you should always have your vision board somewhere that you're gonna be every single day and that you're always gonna look. So that's definitely something you should do. And then just make sure that it matches your aesthetics that you want for that year.